let us compute the following limit. So it's the limit of cosine x minus 0.5 over x minus pi over 3 as x goes to pi over 3. We can do this one very quickly if we see that we are just looking for the derivative of the cosine at pi over 3. So here we know that f of x, if f of x is cosine x, then f prime of x is minus sine x, and therefore f prime of pi over 3 is minus sine pi over 3, which is minus square root of 3 over 2. So we can see that this one is just minus square root of 3 over 2. So this is, if we see that this is the definition, so f prime pi over 3 is the limit as x goes to pi over 3 of f of x minus f of pi over 3 over x minus pi over 3, and taking f of x as the cosine, so we have the limit as x goes to pi over 3 of the cosine x minus pi cosine pi over 3, which is 0.5 over x minus pi over 3. Okay. The issue happens if we don't see this one and we want to compute this limit, assuming that we don't know the derivative or the definition of the derivative. Okay. So to find that, we have to do some algebra. Okay, we have to use some algebra. Let's work it out. Let's see what we can do here. So this limit of x over x goes to pi over 3 of cosine x minus 0.5 over x minus pi over 3 can be worked in this manner. So we're gonna change this one here to make it easier. So let's put h is x minus pi over 3. This lets us have x is h plus pi over 3. So when x here, when x goes to pi over 3, h goes to 0. So we have the limit as h goes to 0 of cosine. Now x is h plus pi over 3. Cosine of pi over 3, we're gonna need it over h. Okay. Now to compute this one, we have to use the sum for the cosine. Okay, so we're gonna use that. So the cosine of a plus b is cosine a times cosine b minus sine a sine b. That's what we're gonna do here. So this is cosine h, cosine pi over 3 minus sine h, sine pi over 3 minus cosine pi over 3, everything over h. Okay, we can use some factoring here. So in fact, let's have let's bring this one here, let's bring cosine pi over 3. So we have cosine pi over 3 as a factor of cosine h minus 1 minus sine h sine pi over 3 over everything is, this is over h and this is over h. So here, okay, here when h goes to 0, this is 1. Sine h over h is 1, and we are left with just sine pi over 3. The issue is here. So what's this limit? Cosine h minus 1 over h as h goes to 0. So that's what we need to work. That's what we need to compute. So let's do it here. So we have the cosine of h minus 1 over h as h goes to 0. We can use the half angle formula, which is telling us that cosine of h is 1 minus 2 sine squared of h over 2. So taking this one to the side, we have this one is minus sine squared of h over 2, this one. And if we divide by h, we have this one. So this limit is the limit as h goes to 0 of, let's take the minus 2 outside, sine squared of h over 2 over h. Okay, to make it look like the sine h over h, and because we know that this one goes to 1, we have to divide by this one, h over 2 squared. So that means we have used h to h. Okay. In fact, we have used 4h. Yes, because h over 4, h squared over 4. Okay, so that's what we have to do here. So this one means that the this limit here goes to 1, because it's the product of two limits that both of them go to 1. Okay, let me see. This is here. This is h over 4. Sorry, h over 4, because it's square. H over 4, not 4a. H over 4. So here, and we see this is 1. This is 0. So this limit here, which is this limit. Okay, so this limit here. So this one, this limit goes to 0, and therefore all I'm left is this limit is equal to minus sine pi over 3, which is minus square root of 3 over 2. And this is what I found here using the definition of the derivative. So when dealing with this kind of questions, we need to remember the sine, cosine formula. We need to remember the limit of sine h over h is 1 as h goes to 0. We need to know that the cosine of a plus b is cosine a, cosine b minus sine a, sine b, and see where you can have a is equal to b. Also, you need to know the formula for the sine. Okay, so when you don't know, you have to do some work using algebra and using these formulas here. Okay, so this proves that this limit is minus square root of 3 over 2.